Appearances can be deceptive, and the Toyota Aygo is proof, because while it looks minute on the outside, there is actually just enough room even for adults here in the back. I mean, I'm 5'10" and my knees aren't touching the seat in front, and my head isn't actually touching the roof either. Now, it's obviously not massive, but it's pretty good for a city car, and because you can get it as a 5-door, getting in and out of the back isn't all that difficult. The little Aygo is surprisingly roomy here in the front. If you notice, the dash is recessed slightly, which helps create more space for the driver and the passenger. I also like this central heater unit with these funky switches, and it actually glows orange at night time. There's some decent practicality throughout the cabin as well. Some good sized door bins, quite a big glove box there, a couple of cup holders, and a few cubbies where you can store your bits and bobs. And being a Toyota, everything in here feels pretty well made. As you'd imagine, the Aygo is perfect for in town. I mean, it's easy to drive and you sit quite high, and there's great all-round visibility, which means you get lots of confidence when nipping through urban traffic. But my favourite thing about it is the fact it's nice and dinky, which means it's dead simple to park. Look at that, first go, and I'm rubbish at parking. Anyway, we can't actually sit around because there's more for me to tell you. The Aygo is only available with a 1 litre 3-cylinder petrol engine, and while it's perfectly adequate for in the city, at higher speeds it does start to struggle. And when you're on a twisty road such as this, you notice some other problems, such as really unresponsive steering. I mean, look, I can waggle the wheel and the car hardly moves. Now, if you come here, I'll show you some other potential problems. If you're either big or small, you might find it a little bit difficult to get comfy because there's not much adjustment in the driving position. All you can alter is the height of the steering wheel. You can't change the height of the driver's seat or the reach of the steering wheel, which could be very annoying. And I have to say that last time I remember seeing exposed metal bits in a car was the 1980s. Some of the specs are a little bit mean. For instance, on entry-level models, you don't get electric windows. While we're on the subject of windows, the ones in the back, they don't even roll down, they just pop out. And then there's the boot, which is very, very small. I mean, the opening's pretty titchy, and as you can see, there's barely room for our camera bag. If you want to carry something larger, you have to fold the seats down. But is this really enough to put you off? After all, the Aygo is a pretty good city car that's cheap to buy, cheap to run, cheap to insure, and cheap to service. Plus, it comes with the added peace of mind of Toyota's 5-year warranty. And I think, quite a good looking motor.